Raise Your Glass by Yunjin. I was pleasantly surprised and very, very happy that a self-produced, self-composed song was actually released very early in the girl's career. And can't wait. Let's get to it.
It's kinda shitty, isn't it? Not the way we pictured it. Feels like an existential crisis. Or am I being dramatic? I wish
Okay.
the world.
It, I was happy that they did not censor the curse word, not because I'm just happy to be hearing curse words in songs. I happen to think that you don't actually need to curse for you to express the emotions that you want to express. But in this particular instance, it's very, very relevant. It's perfect. You can't do it any other way. I happen to have been one of the few that really, not one of the few, sorry, let me correct that. I happen to be one of the many that felt really bad when she was outed in Produce 40. I think that she really deserved to be in the final lineup. She was the pipe. She's the pipe. She's the official pipe of that entire show, and she didn't just get in. I'm not really sure why. She's so talented. I feel like this is a description of her journey, sort of her putting her thoughts down on the things that she has gone through before she actually got to where she is right now. So I think the first few scenes were actually her in the United States of America here, where she actually grew up, and she's actually already my type of girl. She has a dog, and the dog actually looks like mine. So
That shut its mouth. Give me space to fucking sort it out. Like I'm fine, just leave me alone. I'm great on my own. But
okay, first the musicality. Let's go to the musicality. There are certain ways. Let me get to that part where she bent her voice, because the first three lines was kind of flat, and you on the fourth line you kind of feel like you know how she was going to sing it, and then she bent it. So here,
crisis. Or am I
this,
being dramatic? I wish the world would shut its mouth. Give me space to fucking sort it out.
there. So she
Like
kind
I'm
of,
fine, just leave. I wish.
so you feel like na 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 na, and then she bent it. She went a different direction, which is a good sign for a new songwriter. Like she knows how to put a little spin on certain parts of a song to make it unpredictable and different, and of course memorable. And then when she said, so, and then she chose a very simple music bed. The beat is very simple. And I think it's all because this is really not about impressing everybody with multi-layered beats and multi-layered instrument. This is really about her speaking her mind, sort of just talking about the pain that she went through before she got here. And so now we get into the lyricism. It's so real and very much what you would expect of a young girl going through things in her life. That part when she said that, like I'm fine, just give me time to sort it out. I'm fine, and it's actually making me misty-eyed a little because it's really relevant that most of the time young people when they're going through stuff, what they really need most of the time is space for them to sort it out, to think through the decisions that they were making. And if you just give them time to themselves, they will actually figure it out. And just crowding them isn't really helping them. So this is her just really talking about her experience. So sincere that it's actually piercing through me. And even the way that she's singing it, it's as if she was half talking, half singing. And but she does not lose control of her voice. It's not as if she's doing acrobatics. It's as if she was talking, but she's still fully in control of her singing.
The
So
world would shut
great.
its mouth. Give me space to fucking sort it out.
Just let
Like
her
I'm
sort it
fine,
out.
just leave me alone. I'm great on.
Yeah, you see, she has the vibrato if she wants. And that's my point. Like, she can do the vibrato, the controlled one, but and she transitions to it so easily because it's a show from talking, half singing to actual singing to that great vibrato. So let's repeat that just so you know what I'm talking
Like
about.
I'm fine, just leave
That
me
she feels like she was talking in that part,
like I'm fine, just
that
leave me
she feels like she was
alone.
talking, and then she transitioned into
On
singing,
my own.
and then that
But
vibrato.
if I'm being honest, I'd hate to waste us on this. But I truly hope they find their own peace of mind.
uh
I know.
so in the first part she was addressing haters, I think, the critics, people that couldn't shut their mouth, and then she transitioned. She has that line, I hate to waste us on this. So I feel like she's now transitioning to the fans, maybe she's now talking to the fans.
Don't know what I'd be doing without you. You love who I am. 'Cause I don't care as long as I'm with you. I reach for your hand in this ugly world where the color is fading. You're beautiful.
I have to say, Sakura or Sakura, I don't know how to properly pronounce her name, but she, even her journey and seeing her in the center, um, hits different because she has gone through so much. She debuted when she was 12 years old, became the center of HKT48, came here and realized that she just has all these insecurities in her because she realized that the training she got in Japan is way different from the training that people are getting in Korea. So it's just like the immigrants, like my experience moving from the Philippines. I was a manager there. I had a great career, came here. Nobody gave a freaking F on what I have achieved in the Philippines. It's like, oh, it's different. So, it's like your egos disappear. You're stripped down to your basics again. It feels like you're nothing again, like this. And that's the exact, after going through all the things I went through in the Philippines and then having to start all over again. It's like the most humbling experience I felt. And that I felt like, and that's why I relate so much with Sakura, because I felt like that's the exact same experience she had. Not the exact same, but that's almost the same pattern. Not that I'm comparing myself to her. I'm not worthy, and the experience are very different. But it's sort that it there are similarities. I guess is my point. She was such a big fish in Japan. She came here and she was like that documentary showing just how beaten up she was, and also that part when there was this one judge when she auditioned. There was this one judge, because it is as if she was going to fail, and then there was this one judge who said, just trust me, give her an A. So that was such a like a punch in the gut, because you gave her an A because somebody asked you to give her an A, not because you felt like she deserved it. But and that was a heavier weight, I felt like, for Sakura, but she's proving herself. Like she wanted to prove to everybody she earned this spot and she deserves this spot. She does. She freaking does. Okay.
You love who I am. 'Cause I don't care as long as I'm with you.
That part.
I reach for your hand in this ugly world where the color is fading. You're beautiful in every color and shade. I don't know if you drink, but raise a glass to the past and the story of us. A little bit of complication.
Nice transition. Okay, so just want to comment on the way that she has almost she's changing her melody in almost every line here.
Where the color is fading, you're
Maybe
beautiful.
start
I
here.
reach for your hand in this ugly world where the color is
That's
fading.
one.
You're
So this is the second,
beautiful in every color and shade. I
and then this is different.
don't know if you
So she's
drink,
changing her melody in almost every
raise a
line.
glass to the
Prolific.
past and the story of
And
us.
then she
A little bit of
transitioned to this one.
complication never hurt my body. I know.
And this is different from the first stanza. If you compare, if you put it side by side, it's actually different. So she's not just repeating the first creation. She's now transitioned into something different. And it could be because if you listen to the story, the narrative of what she was talking about in the first part, as I've said, it seems that she was talking to haters. But now she's talking to her members and to the fans. So maybe that's the reason she decided not to use the same melody and the same beat in the second stanza, in the second part after the chorus. Okay.
But it's different when the target is your mind. And everybody's talking shit, no bigger hypocrite. It's fine though.
She's just spewing all of those curses.
It's sisters and I, we sympathize.
Totally different from the first one.
Being honest, never thought that I would have this. Back when all I needed was people who will stay. I don't.
So she went into her, that's a lower register. She was able to maintain her vibrato, so very, very good control of her voice. Ah, she changed it. See, even this chorus is different from the first chorus that she did. So this up and down in notes. This that you love who I am is different. She went up and down. That is different. But this is higher than the first chorus. I also like how she's able to cut the lines. So, like for example, I don't know if you drink baray, and that's one line. Raise your glass or something like that. So she's able to not just bend the beats and the note, but actually bend the lyricism itself. So she's carrying over the next line to a previous line. I hope I'm making sense. It just hangs you a little bit. It's a cliffhanger of some sort. And that is the fear of all idols. As I just actually finished watching the documentary made by the YouTube, and that's one of the fears that they had. Like with all this perfection that they tried to drive themselves into, and they still fall short. That's their greatest fear. So that line, I think, just sums it up. That they will leave her because they can't be but she can't be the person. That this line. She can't provide them what they wanted. You love who I am, the third time, I think that this is the third time she's actually used that line, and I believe that's different in between the first you love who I am and the second you love who I am. Maybe, I think. I also like how she would take the instruments out, minimize the instruments when she's in the part that's the most personal to her. So here they faded out all the other instruments and just went for a string for guitar here. I missed it. But I also like that she didn't force herself to hit the high note. I mean, that she didn't put the note higher even though she could hit it because it's not necessary in the song. This is what I keep on saying. Don't yell. Don't go for the high note if it is not necessary. What you should be going for is the emotions that you want to communicate. There.
In this ugly world where the color is fading, you're beautiful in every color and shade.
That's different. See, she has a different treatment in each time. That her eye, she didn't just do a vibrato. She actually broke it and then extended. It's so she's the control she has over her voice. There. Because she could have just belted out. She could have just gone for the high note, but instead she here. There. She dropped it and then continued on with her vibrato. Ah, Yunjin. She might be my bias now. I think I've said everything I wanted to say about the about this, and I know that she actually co-wrote three of the tracks of in their current album. If this is a sign of the kind of songwriter she's going to become, I'm just super excited on what she can offer in the future. And yeah, I will be keeping a watch on them. I did a reaction before on the Sserafim. I did a video on them before, and I actually said, and I stand by it, I think for fourth gen groups, they are headed towards creative excellence. I don't know if they will become the best selling girl groups. I hope they become the best selling girl groups. I don't know if they will be, but I do believe that they are headed towards creative excellence. Yunjin herself is now showing just how capable she is in songwriting. She has so much control over her voice. She's a great performer. You have Sakura who just has a bone to pick. She's out to prove to the world she deserves to be here, and she does. She really does. You have Kazuha, who's a ballet dancer, and those people have so much discipline in them. You can't. Their discipline is unmatched. For her to get to the level where she got to, that meant she is devoted. She has a great work ethic, and they have a girl. Their youngest did once say in her recent Weverse interview that one of the things that she's struggling with is establishing her identity, and she is that mature to be able to actually think that way at age 15. I know that she is going to work her butt off to find her creative identity, and she will get there. And so don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell. And if you have any suggestion, if you want any reaction, violent reaction, then just leave it in the comment section below. And or you can also directly get in touch with me in any of the social media links that you see on your screens right now. Thank you.